overwhelmingly positive responses to our discovery days. And I don't think it's really gotten in the way of us making a tremendous amount of progress on the franchising side of the business.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about that.
That's great to hear. What's been one or two of your biggest hurdles since you've started this business that maybe surprised you, or you expected them, but they were bigger or harder than you thought?
It's a great question. I would say, unemployment right now is a challenge, right? Like, I think that was we didn't see that one coming. I think it's a great thing that unemployment rates are so low. But you have to. It's competitive out there right now for hiring, and for a scaling business, especially when you're opening up new markets, you just have to work that much harder to bring in a team. But I will say we're getting super creative with how we have our hiring events. We pay unbelievably competitively. We have great benefits for everyone on our team, bonus programs, 401k programs, insurance packages, that sort of thing. And I think, it's just something that we didn't, as we scaled, we didn't think, that was going to be as hard as it has been the last couple of years when we're going into brand new markets where we just don't have the same brand awareness as we do in Manhattan. In Manhattan, we have tremendous brand awareness. We have no problem finding people. And I would say, minimum wage hikes are real, right? Like, I think everyone's been trying to keep up with that,
Sure.
the last 4 years in a row in Manhattan. It's been dramatic increases. So, that's a challenge, but one we're settling into. And, I'm a big believer in doing whatever we can to pay our people as much as we possibly can. And so, I'm not necessarily upset that we're being forced to figure out how to crack that code. I wish it was handled a little differently, but I am happy and proud that we're able to afford the minimum wage, rate that we're paying our teams, and we pay them more than minimum wage. So,
yeah.
I'm glad we're able to pay them a living wage all the times, which is a great feeling.
Well, it sounds like you've matured beyond your years running this business and the success that you've had. We have a lot of younger people in our audience that are looking to this show for, I don't want to call it advice, but, things that have worked for other people that they might be considering. Do you have any advice for people, whether they're just getting out of college or high school, but they want to start their own business in the restaurant industry? Do you have any advice for them as you think about your road to success?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say if you haven't ever worked in a restaurant but are thinking about working in the restaurant industry, I would suggest you do a couple of stints in different odd jobs in the field, because it is very different than people sometimes expect. And so I think it's working in a number of different operations might give you a nice reality check of what it's really like, right? You might love it and say, this is exactly where I want to be, and you keep moving forward, which is great. Or you may say, wow, this is really different than I expected, because, opening a restaurant is a very romantic concept to a lot of people, but, it is a lot of work. There's a lot of details involved. It's part of the reason I love it, because just, you're always kind of going, but it's not for everybody. So, I would urge people that haven't been in the restaurant business or are thinking about opening a restaurant to at least, go get a job as a bartender, waiter, cook. Honestly, if you could go and get a management job at a fast casual QSR brand, great. Go run shifts for 6 months and see if it's something that you really feel like you can get your head around. So I think that's one piece of really good advice. And I think anybody should at least work in the restaurant for some period of their life, because I think it's a very humbling experience. I think it really teaches you to appreciate people in a different way. Mm-hmm. And so I think anybody, whether they want to open a restaurant or not, should work in hospitality at one point or another. And I would say for anyone who's really looking to be an entrepreneur in general, I think what's made us successful to date is like never giving up, being super persistent and resilient, and learning to be okay with making some mistakes, but always being able to like pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and moving forward with even that much more passion and energy after we may have made a misstep or a misfire, because they happen, right?
Yeah.
You know, as long as you learn from them, grow from them, and make the business better after that, you know, I think, you know, it's an important quality to have if you're going to go into business. And so just something to keep in mind if you're going to give starting your own business a go.
A couple great pieces of advice. Where is MeltShop headed? You've got a number of locations. You obviously have franchise opportunities. How big, how fast are we going with this thing?
So right now, we just opened our 16th location. We'll be 20 locations by the end of the year. The goal is to be 100 locations or more in the next 5 years. Mm-hmm. We are focusing the majority of our energy on growing our franchising and licensing business. We have 2 airport locations under development now, which we're very excited about. All of our franchisees are building their territories as we speak, with more units, which is a great sign that they're you know, happy with the brand, with the performance so far, which is, you know, all you can ask. And we continue to get interest from new potential franchisees. And so we're looking for great, passionate, capable partners to, you know, join with us and partner with us to grow this amazing brand. So we hope to be 100 stores in the next 5 years. I think we're well on our way with what will be 20 by the end of 2019. And we're going to keep that rolling.
Well, I want to commend you on your success and what you guys are doing. Coming from the restaurant business, I know how hard it is. I agree with you 100% that everybody should try to get into the restaurant business when they're first starting out, because it is a humbling experience. You learn a lot about people. You learn a lot about service and interacting with people too, and kind of getting out of your own little comfort zone there. And it's a great launch pad to a early career or just the working life. So thank you for saying that. Your website, MeltShop.com, is that the best place to find out about you, or do you have some social media handles out there?
Yeah, MeltShop.com is our website. At MeltShop is our Instagram handle, where we put the majority of our social energy. And, you know, feel free to reach out at holler@MeltShop.com, or you can reach out to me directly if you ever want to at srubin@MeltShop.com. Would love to answer any questions you have, or, you know, just chat about the brand or the business in general.
I appreciate the conversation, what you guys are doing. I wish I was closer to Manhattan for a variety of reasons, but the biggest one now is going in and trying your concept, because like I said before, I just love the menu and what you guys are doing. So congratulations to both you and all your partners and what you're doing over there.
Thanks so much, Jim. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for listening to today's show. It is my pleasure and honor to interview all of the guests that have been on the Answer is Yes podcast. If you have enjoyed the show, please go on iTunes and subscribe, give a rating, or simply tell a friend about the show. We also believe in the message of our guests and the positive influence of their stories. As my own mentor and coach, David Meltzer, has taught me, spend some time every day thinking and writing about the things in your own life that you have more than enough of. You will find out how blessed we really are. Please visit my website, livelifedriven.com, for the latest updates about me and what I'm doing. Plus, I post a monthly blog about the many topics on this show. This podcast can also be found there. As I learned early on in life, what you believe is what you will achieve. Thanks, Mark Victor Hansen, and thank you, and have a great week.